Welcome to Trump Wire, your trusted source for breaking headlines, global insights, and sharp analysis from around the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. A seismic shift is shaking the global aerospace industry, and it's not a new jet or design, but a rumor turning into reality. Russia may soon supply engines for China's flagship airliner, the C919. Whispers from Moscow and Beijing point to a partnership that could upend decades of Western dominance in aviation. For years, a non-Western aircraft rivaling Boeing and Airbus seemed far-fetched, especially given the technological barriers in engine development. But the world of 2025 is different. Russia's United Engine Corporation and China's COMAC are aligning, driven by shared interests and a desire to break free from Western tech dependence. This isn't just about airplanes, it's about building a new, independent aviation ecosystem. The implications ripple through global supply chains and military strategy, threatening the economic interests of European nations like France and Germany. The realization is dawning, the West's strategic leverage is slipping away, and the very components once used as tools of influence may soon be obsolete. October 13, 2025. The aviation world holds its breath as two of the West's biggest rivals contemplate a move that could permanently alter the skies. The fury in Europe is real. This isn't just competition, it's the rise of a new bloc, leaving the old guard questioning how they lost control of the industry they built. The COMAC C919 is more than an airplane. It's China's bid to break the Boeing-Airbus duopoly and assert itself as a top-tier manufacturer. China, the world's fastest-growing aviation market, grew tired of relying on Western jets. The C919 is its answer, a modern single-aisle aircraft designed to capture massive domestic demand and move up the value chain. Backed by the Made in China 2025 policy, the C919 is already flying for major Chinese airlines, with production ramping up. But beneath its Chinese exterior, the C919 relies heavily on Western components, especially engines, avionics, and landing gear. This global supply chain was a shortcut to get the plane flying, but it created a critical vulnerability. The C919's journey highlights the immense complexity of aircraft manufacturing and the risks of technological dependence. That vulnerability was about to be exposed. The heart of the C919 is its engine, the CFM LEAP 1C, a product of GE, US, and Safran, France. This engine, also powering Boeing and Airbus jets, is the gold standard for efficiency and reliability. China's choice was pragmatic. Developing a jet engine from scratch is staggeringly expensive and complex. But this reliance put the C919 at the mercy of Western export licenses, giving Washington and Paris enormous leverage. If tensions rose, those licenses could be revoked, halting C919 production overnight. For years the arrangement worked, until geopolitics intervened. The C919's greatest strength, its Western engine, became its Achilles heel. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation. In mid-2025, the US suspended export licenses for key aerospace components to China, targeting the CFM LEAP 1C engine. For 6 weeks, engine shipments to COMAC stopped, throwing the C919 program into chaos. The ban exposed China's critical vulnerability and sent shockwaves through the industry. Though the ban was lifted after 6 weeks, the damage was done. China saw firsthand how easily its ambitions could be derailed. The incident transformed the quest for a domestic jet engine from a long-term goal into a national security emergency. Instead of forcing concessions, the embargo hardened China's resolve for self-sufficiency. Funding and political support for China's own engine program surged. Beijing also began seeking partners outside the Western sphere. The West's warning shot backfired, accelerating China's drive for independence. The search for a new engine partner was on. While China struggled with Western dependence, Russia was forced down a different path by years of sanctions. Instead of collapsing, Russia's aerospace industry adapted, launching aggressive import substitution and reviving domestic manufacturing. The result? There is a aber Aviadvigatel PD-14 engine, powering Russia's MC-21 jet, a direct competitor to the C919. The PD-14 is a modern sanction-proof engine, free of Western parts. Russia even built a regional jet using only Russian-made components, proving full independence is possible. Though sanctions hurt its economy, Russia's technological resilience grew. Now, Russia has what China needs: a proven modern engine immune to Western pressure. This hard-won capability has made Russia a potential kingmaker in global aviation. The prospect of Russia supplying engines for the C919 has Europe deeply alarmed. For France's Safran and the CFM joint venture, it's a direct commercial threat. Billions in future revenue could shift to Russia, but the anger runs deeper. Sanctions meant to isolate Russia have instead created a self-reliant rival now partnering with China. The policy designed to punish Russia may end up empowering it, giving it access to China's vast market and undermining Europe's aerospace industry. A C919, powered by a Russian PD-14, would be the first modern airliner built entirely outside the Western tech ecosystem, immune to US and EU sanctions. This alliance could accelerate technological development, with China's resources and Russia's expertise combining to close the gap with the West. Together, they could fund next-generation engines and reshape the industry faster than expected. The West's monopoly and its diplomatic leverage worken so. Den Datstri Sra Strukain. Euror Proburi Strom. Is the sound of dominance slipping away? A new axis of aviation is emerging. Despite the alarm, a Russia-China aviation partnership faces major obstacles. International certification is the biggest Western regulators are unlikely to approve a C919 with Russian engines, limiting its market to China, Russia, and a few allies. This curtails the C919's global ambitions. Technical challenges loom large. Integrating a new engine requires major redesigns and extensive testing. Russia's ability to mass-produce the PD-14 at scale is unproven, and building a reliable supply chain will be a monumental task. Airlines care about fuel efficiency and reliability. Even small differences can cost millions. Building a global maintenance and support network is another massive hurdle. Without it, airlines may hesitate to buy, fearing operational headaches. The path to a true global competitor is anything but simple. Even if locked out of Western markets, a Russian-powered C919 could disrupt aviation in Asia, Africa, and beyond. These regions are the future of aviation growth, and for many airlines, price and financing matter more than politics. China can offer attractive state-backed deals, making the C919 hard to resist for developing carriers. For countries wary of Western pressure, a non-Western jet offers strategic independence. This could split the global market into two spheres, one led by Boeing and Airbus, the other by a China-Russia bloc. The Western sphere would remain larger, but the non-Western sphere would grow fastest. Over time, this would erode Boeing and Airbus's market share and introduce new geopolitical complexity. The duopoly's days of easy dominance are numbered. Russia supplying engines for China's C919 is more than a business deal. It's a turning point for global aviation. It signals the rise of China as a tech power, the consequences of Russia's isolation, and a global push for independence from the Western-led order. A new industrial and political bloc is emerging, challenging the West's long-held monopoly. If successful, China and Russia will offer the world a real alternative, shifting the balance of power. Boeing and Airbus will face their toughest competition yet, especially in high-growth markets. Price wars, tighter margins, and political maneuvering will define the new era. The old model of Western-led globalization is giving way to regional blocs. Europe's fury is a reaction to this new reality. The rules are changing, and the sky is the next arena for global competition. The Russia-China partnership is a symbol of this new era, where the future of flight is up for grabs.